guys, welcome back to the channel. Today you join me on another modified video. We are going to be talking today, as from the title, about wheels. So this is my new steering wheel. It is an OMP limited edition steering wheel. You'll know that from the fact that most OMP products are like black and yellow, and they made a red version, so it's like a special edition, I think, for the WRC. That's what it was on the title when I bought it. Lovely piece of kit, all made out of really strong metal, and then it's Alcantara all the way around. So lovely red stitching, red logos, really nice product, really well made. Don't skimp out, guys. If you are going to be buying a steering wheel, don't skimp out, because there is a lot of fakes on the market, and OMP steering wheels look like they go for like 50 quid when actually they're not real ones, so you have to be careful. To fit it to the car, we're also going to be using this, which is an NRG short hub. So these are a lot more compact than other brands out there. It's got the correct splines to go onto the actual wheel assembly, so should go on nice and easily. As long as you get it sort of centered on the steering wheel, it should be perfectly fine, and then this will turn with that actual steering wheel together as one unit. Now, one gripe with both of these companies is the fact that not a single one of them come with these stupid screws. So I had to go down to B&Q yesterday and go and pick up a set of these. These are M5, and when I bought them they were 20 millimeters long, and with the OMP wheel it said 20 millimeters, but with the NRG short hub it is a lot less, because these threads that are actually here, these are threaded holes, they don't go all the way through. So what I've had to do is, I was supposed to film this video yesterday, but I've had to go down to my dad's yard and go and use a disc cutter just to flatten them back a little bit, so they are not 20 mil now. I will get the correct measurement, but to be fair, you can buy specifically made bolts, which I actually have done, because the issue you have with this steering wheel is that they have got a recess in them. Now obviously those won't recess, so I'm going to have to wait for those bolts, but it is a simple matter of changing 4 little bolts. It will do the job to get it round and test it, because we've got to do a couple of testing things today. So yeah, should be a good video. There is also on the channel very soon, once it comes in, we will be doing a NRG quick release and a few things to go along with that. So we will be doing that soon, but today it is just about getting the wheel and the short hub together and getting rid of the old wheel. I've also already took the actual battery off, so when you actually do this mod, you need to take the negative battery off, otherwise you may have an airbag go off in your face, which I don't recommend. So I'm going to go and grab all the tools that we need, and let's go out to the car, get it fitted, and yeah, it should be a pretty easy install, fingers crossed. About to walk out to the car. They also do give you like stickers and things, the NRG guys do, and they also do give you some of these, which you are going to need. These are some airbag resistors, which basically are just a set of fuses on a wire to plug in, but just why they didn't just put in some bolts, I don't know. So anyway, we've got the bolts sorted, ready to go. Right, so I've had to get rid of this now, guys. So I'm going to be getting rid of this now. This will have no use with that wheel, because obviously people can undo the actual grub screws to be able to rob that wheel or rob the car. So I've got to sort out some different type of protection for this car now. But so underneath the wheel, I'm just doing it now, that's why I look a bit strange. Underneath the wheel there is 2 holes, and I believe that they're, yeah, they are, yeah. So I'm just feeling for them now. They are Phillips heads, I believe. So, oh yeah, that's come out. So these little buggers, Phillips heads. So there's 2 of those, I believe, underneath here. So I'm going to show you where they are, and hopefully that should give you access more to the actual wheel itself. So let's have a look. So they're literally, the 2 holes are here and here. So 2 Phillips heads. You'll get that with a normal screwdriver. So the next bit is obviously once you've took the screws off, you've got to pull the actual plastic part down. Now it's a little bit tricky, and there's a couple of clips. I'm going to show you the clips. Side here, you can just see this is one clip on the top, and there's one on the other side as well down here. Around there, it's just really hard to get a picture of that. So once that is out, what I did was the one side come out. Oh, it's fell off now. The one side come off really easy, and then the other side, what I did was I just got my flathead and sort of just pushed it just slightly, and it come out. So these little clips, you want to be careful of those. I believe this top piece now should just come out. I might have to do it off camera, but it should just come out. I'm gonna just check, but I believe it will. So this little doodah here, this has come out. So it'd be up to you guys whether you put it back in. I will be putting it back in, but yeah. So that's gonna come back in later on. So we'll leave that down there. I'm just gonna work on this because it does feel like as if there maybe is a clip somewhere that I can't see. So I'm just going to work on that a sec, and then we'll get back. Come on, you bugger. Something there. There's definitely something there. Hey, you little cheeky devils. I see. So there is 2 little hidden screws, guys, and they are either side of the indicator stalks. They're another silvery type screw, so we've got to remove those, as that is what's holding the middle section of this top bit. There we go. Yeah, definitely it's them Phillips head screws like the ones I've just had, so we want to remove those. 2 smaller screws, so you want those 2 to be removed. There should be another one. The best way to find it is like to send one of your little fingers up and then follow your finger with the screwdriver, because there's a lot of things going on underneath here. So oh yeah, that comes right out now. So basically there is 2 screws, you can just see them just here, so that's where they would screw in. And again, going from the front of the indicator stalks. So the next bit obviously is to remove the airbag, and the airbag is a little bit difficult to remove. Now it's a bit different to the US ones, I think, as well. So I'm going to show you where you've got to go. You've got to reach behind the wheel. So you want to reach behind the wheel, and you'll feel indentations. So there's like one here at the top of the wheel. There is one, hang on, where are we feeling? So there's, yeah, so there's one here. One here. So to the left of the wheel. And then there's one to the right of the wheel. And then there's one low down. So they're pretty much with the spokes of the wheels. So when you've done that, it's a bugger to get out. I think I need a shorter screwdriver, but I've been using this, and it's really strange. You've got to sort of get it at the top and then sort of pry it down inside the actual little channel at the back to remove the airbag, and it does sort of pop off. The first one goes off pretty easy, and then like the second one is ridiculously hard, and now I'm trying with the third one. So I'm going to carry on trying to pry at it, but you literally get the screwdriver behind and in, and when you get it right, it should pop. It's going to sound absolutely atrocious while you're doing it, but it will come out. You just got to keep. I've been moving the airbag round, to be fair, with my other hand, so I'm going to do that now. So I'm just going to carry on, and then hopefully I should be able to turn the airbag round and show you guys while I was trying to pry away. Honestly, I think this is actually one of the hardest parts of this install. It probably wouldn't be so hard if I had an airbag actual tool, I guess, to remove it, but oh, Jesus. It sounds atrocious, but it literally is. It's just scraping off the back of the airbag. So as long as you've done it correctly and removed the actual the battery, or at least disconnected the battery, you should be fine. This is just, I'm gonna have to take my jumper off in a minute if I can't get it done, because literally once this is done here, it is a pretty simple job from there. Oh, I pulled it and it come off. Right, so what do they look like? Oh, now I see what I was attacking. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you guys what I was actually attacking and what I needed to try and remove. So these are the channels, 1, 2, and then 3. So this is what was scraping. When you could hear the screwdriver scraping, it was scraping off that. And these are the levers that you've got to try and pry away. So these are coming on the outside, so you need to pry it downwards. So you sort of, yeah. So that's the airbag as it is. This one is moving towards the left side, and then the bottom one, I'm guessing, is moving towards the bottom. I can put my hand there. Yeah, that's what that was giving me trouble. So the bottom one is actually really stiff. So that left side one wasn't at all. And then it's just, yeah, and that one's sort of in the middle. So that makes sense why it was so difficult to get off. Is one was really loose and then the others were a bit more complicated. But yeah, that's the airbag. So I'm guessing we've got to remove the different cables here. So I'm going to remove those. You should be able to just pop them out, and then we'll get onto the nut at the back there. So you press that one, and you can see that. Press the yellow and the purple, and that is your airbag. So that is what we're going to be putting a fuse into. And then let's remove this one here. Come on, you bugger. Whee! Airbag removed. So that was really simple. So yeah, right. So we've got to be able to put with these now. So that yellow one you can just see in the corner of my video. This one here, this is my airbag one, and I would say that this one is the horn, because obviously everything else is the switches. So I'll show you what I mean. So sitting back, this is probably going to be the horn because it attaches to this part, which obviously when actuated, these pieces here will actually actuate the horn. So this is going to be the horn, and that is going to be your airbag. So we should be able to literally, with the airbag, I'm not going to do it now, but I'll show you what I mean. We just have to get the resistors, and it's a simple job of plugging those resistors into there, which basically just need one of them, to be fair, you don't need two. Just pop them into there, and that should be good. I think it was a 22, so I'll just pop that on. We'll just see whether that is a 20. No, it's not a 22. What size are you, little Abarth? 24. So it's a 24mm nut, not a 22, thought it was. And oh, this is the fun bit. So let's remove this. What I will do actually while I'm here is centre the steering wheel up. Let's see. Oh, turning the wheel while I'm doing that. Ugh. Wasn't so bad. But hey, so we're golden. So it should, we don't have to remove it all the way. What you can do now, Oh, it is so loose. So the nut's really tight on, don't get me wrong, but the wheel is already like loose. Brilliant. I guess it hasn't been on here that long. It is a 2016 plate Abarth, so I guess it hasn't been on long enough, but pop that off. So we got that. I'll put that there with its little cap, and then we'll remove this wire that was just saying. I couldn't see how. There, pop that off. Yeah, so that's a lot easier than some people's videos. Oh, easy peasy. Well, so steering wheel all done, completed it, mate. Steering wheel is out. So our clock spring, and we have top dead center is that little line there. This is for your I believe these are for like the actual, I don't think we need these anymore. Oh, we do actually. We do need those, because one of those is obviously going to be for the horn, which was attached to that. I'll be back. Let's figure out what's going on. So then guys, I've been messing around for a few minutes after you saw me take the wheel off. So after I took the wheel off, I wanted to just check to see what I needed to do to get the horn to work before I carry on with anything else. So I've been messing around and I've got it right. So I've also checked the airbag. That actually works, so that's totally fine. I'm going to flip the camera around and show you it connected, because it's still connected to the stock steering wheel. So I'll show you what I mean. So here is a setup at the moment. My horn is here, and that's how I've got mine wired up. So negative and positive. And then all I've done is I've used the little sticks here. I'm probably going to put some electrical tape on those now. I've disconnected the battery again. So what we want to do is you want to find the red and black, and I've put the white to the black and the red to the red. And then this is the connection that I took apart and then didn't need to take apart. So I'm going to have to snip these cables. Now I'm going to snip them a bit further up, so if I do need to rewire anything back in, or I sell the steering wheel, someone else can use it. If you're not bothered, then cut it where you want, but I'm going to cut it with some length on it, so at least we can do it. And then I've got some electrical tape. I can't find my heat shrink anywhere, so I'm using some electrical tape, which should be fine. And yeah, so we're going to just cut those wires now. I've checked it, obviously checked the horn, I've checked that airbag little doodah, this little thing, to sort it out. So yeah, should be golden really now. Should be able to reinstall the new wheel pretty soon. Right, so I've sorted this out now. So we've now got, now I know this looks a bit ugly, but each wire is wrapped up individually, and then I've just wrapped around it to keep it neater. It would be so much better if I had some bloody heat shrink, but I can't find any. And what I've done is I've removed now the horn, just left the cables unattached, and then to remember which one is positive, I just put a bit of tape next to the one that's positive. So now we should be able to just quite literally just feed these through this little bad boy here, and then we should be able to carry on wiring it up. Hopefully I can keep the clock spring. That'd be helpful if I could. So we'll see how this fits now, and if not, I'll have to remove the clock spring as well. So let's see what happens. Bum 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 bum. Put those all through. Go on, get in. Whee! There we go. So, talking like a bloody pirate with that in my mouth. So that is now the hub in place. So obviously the wires are all going to be reattached up, but there's just that little wobble. I'm guessing it won't wobble like that once it's tightened down. Hopefully, if it does, I'm putting the stock wheel back on then. So, right. I need to put my little resistor back together, and it doesn't actually matter with these resistors. It doesn't matter which way that you do it, so you can put it negative, positive, it doesn't matter. All it is connecting the circuit up and giving it some resistance. So it seems like there's an airbag in there. Doing it one-handed. There you go. So I've got to tuck all these wires back in a bit. We're just going to sort this bolt out. Let's get this nut tightened down. And yeah, hopefully that rattle will stop. I'm guessing it will once it's fitted. So tucked all the wires, put all the wires back inside, nice and neatly, trying not to damage any of the connections that I've already made, which should be fine. It's just that airbag one which is fine there, down there. So I've tightened this down, it's not rattling anymore, so that's good. So it's time to get these little bolts out. And like I said, I will be changing these bolts out. They're only literally for now. I'm not actually going to be driving this weekend, to be fair, anyway, so they are literally just in case I need to go anywhere, but I can't see me going anywhere really this week. So yeah, let's get these screws off, and then we can do the nice stuff where we're actually putting the wheel back on. So Hayley's finally turned back up after getting some coffee, and we're just putting literally now the last few bolts on. What do you think?
Looks really good. I really like that. Are you glad you went for that one?
Yeah, I think so. And obviously the good thing about having the short hub is that you have got the space to go closer to you as well. You can still put a lot more stuff onto it, a lot more kit, say like a short quick release or whatever you want. So you could put that on, it wouldn't make no difference. You're not going to encroach on your space too much. But I think it's actually pretty similar to stock size, because
it doesn't look
I can
much
reach
bigger.
it.
Yeah.
I can reach it. So obviously it will go bigger when I put a quick release on it. But yeah, I don't think it's too bad. I thought it was going to be a lot closer to me than it is.
I was going to say it doesn't look it doesn't look like it comes out very much compared to what I was imagining.
No, because it's not a deep dish wheel. That's the thing. Like people buy deep dish wheels for like drift cars. This is more of a WRC wheel, so it's just a slightly different depth.
I do like that.
I think I've been doing everyone's head in because I've been playing with the horn, trying to get the horn to work.
Oh dear. I'm glad I missed that.
Yeah. So tuck it in. It's like me trying to put my belly in my trousers. Right, here we go. Come on. This is it now. You've literally come for the final result, haven't you?
Just in time then, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, so that one was positive. And that one was negative. So I'll have to reconnect the battery to get it to work. In we go, shove it in. God else, it's definitely like my trousers. Tight.
Taking a bit of force, isn't it?
Yep. There you go. So I'm going to leave that blank so I can put something a bit more custom on there rather than...
That's really good.
You like it?
Yeah, I really like that.
Leave it custom. I'm going to make a custom something or other for there, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if I sit back now, do you know what? It's stock, that is. That's stock size, that is. Because I can reach everything. Exactly the same.
Yeah, it's not as deep as we were thinking.
Nah. Obviously, it feels a bit weird because I normally have my wheel a bit lower down.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, this is a 350 wheel, so it's quite a big wheel, but because it's the same size as stock, I think, pretty much. No, stock wheel bigger.
It is a bit bigger, isn't it?
So a 350 wheel's still smaller. I thought it felt smaller, but
it does look a bit smaller from here. But I didn't know whether it was, you know, because obviously it's a thinner circumference.
Because you've got this here on the back of this wheel. This is actually already encroaching in your space quite a lot because of the width of it.
Yeah.
So where that's bolting in, and the bolt's right back there. So really, it's not far off stock size. So I will be putting a quick release on the car to bring it out a bit more, because obviously we don't have that function as well with the car to be able to pull it back and towards. I don't know why I'm putting my clutch down. It looks like as if I'm going to go somewhere.
You got to give it a drive now that you've
yeah.
now that you've put it in.
I like it though. It's
I
nice.
really like that.
Shaggy. It's like a shaggy wheel.
It's nice.
So yeah,
At least
obviously
you won't worry about cold hands.
No, that's true actually. Although I don't know how long it's going to last with my grubby hands. I'm going to have to.
Might need to get some driving gloves.
Go to Tesco in my driving gloves. No. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Yeah, but that's going to be awesome for the track though.
Oh yeah.
So
wicked.
the only thing I've got left to do now is obviously reattach all these plastic pieces, which again is basically the same. I have got this throttle booster. I've got to sort of mount up a bit more permanent as well. So yeah, you join me. I'll put it all back together, and then we'll go out for a drive and see how it feels. But it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I like it.
Definitely.
I like it.
I think it looks awesome.
Good.